Hey guys, Tim with Squatting Dog here doing a plugin walkthrough video for my favorite plugin, dUninstaller. And it's my favorite plugin because of the massive number of hours that it saved me, just me, not even including everybody that's using it, but just me, the number of hours saved from having to uninstall software, blacklisted software, and unwanted applications that get installed on people's computers. It's really good at it, really worth a look. But we're going to be doing a walkthrough video on that today. So to get started, obviously, we're here at Squatting Dog's website. Going to come down here, and you'll see there's some information about it. Now, the dUninstaller tool has a cost to it. It's sold by Foolish IT. They've got a great product, and they sell it for a measly $49.95. So you can click on this link and you can purchase it through their website with PayPal. And you'll see that come up here in 1 second. There it is. So yeah, $49.95. And then once you've got it purchased, you can download the files. I'm going to go ahead and get that download going. And there's our two files. So we've got dUninstaller.exe and a CodeJock. It's an OCX file. We're going to need both of those. I'm going to go ahead and stick those over here in a folder in the L drive, transfer utilities, dUninstaller, and we'll drop those right there. Done and done. Alright, so now you've purchased the uninstaller, and they'll email you a license key with your company name, and we've downloaded the files. So next up we need to download the plugin installer so that we can actually install the plugin into LabTech. Install, and that's complete. So we're good to go there. Close and close. And of course I had LabTech closed. You want to make sure that is closed whenever you're installing your plugins with the plugin installer. So for those that haven't kept up, dUninstaller has changed a lot over the year that we've had the plugin going. It is really grown. It's gotten a lot better at what it does, and now it's gotten a lot easier just at getting it set up and getting it working for you. And then once it's working, you don't even have to worry about it anymore. It just works. But we do want to go through the initial setup just to get it up and running, so I'll walk you through that. So what we're going to do is come over here to the dashboard, config, integration, dUninstaller. First thing it's going to ask for is your dUninstaller plugin license key. This is the key that you got when you subscribe for the plugin right here. And of course there's you can do monthly or yearly. And it comes with a 1-week trial. So when you sign up for the trial or for the plugin, it'll tell you it's going to be either your monthly or yearly rate, but it doesn't actually charge you until 7 days after use. So you've got a chance to try it out and see how awesome it is. So we'll go ahead and put in my license key that I received from that. And thanks for registering. So we've now got a first run wizard that will pop up, and it will ask you some questions, and that's what this is saying it's going to do. It's just going to ask you some questions. We'll click OK. So this company name is the name that you provided to Foolish IT when you purchased the MSP license from them. It needs to be exactly what you provided to them, so you want to make sure you do that. It's certainly better to copy and paste if you can. This next one is the license key provided by Foolish IT, which matches along with your company name. You want to copy and paste that as well. We'll just leave that in there for now. Next up is going to ask you about your automatic whitelist and blacklist. The easiest, typically the best way to set this up is to allow dUninstaller to use the LabTech application whitelist and blacklist. So that means that as you whitelist and blacklist software within LabTech, it's automatically added into dUninstaller so that it's able to to keep up with those. You don't have to do anything manually. It's just always up to date. The alternative to this is that you manually update your list, your white list and your black list, by adding or removing items. And more manual certainly works for some people, but for me, we're just going to go with the default option to have the automatic whitelist and blacklist. We'll click yes on that. And then the next setup is your how you're going to run dUninstaller. So you have a couple of options. You can have it where you just run the script manually. You right click on a computer or a group of computers and you run the script and it removes whatever is blacklisted. Or you can schedule it against a group. That's an option available within the plugin. I'll show you that in a second. But the easiest option is to assign this script to run against the SW blacklisted install monitor. It's an internal monitor that checks daily for blacklisted software, and if it finds any, you can set it up to run dUninstaller. Now, what this step will do is it will create a new alert template called run dUninstaller. That alert template will have a single action. That action is to run the script dUninstaller. And then as you set up your ticketing and your billing, all that's handled within the script, so there's nothing special that needs to be done from the monitor or from the alert or from the monitor. You just gotta click yes. It's what I've called my easy button. So we'll click yes and it's going to set that up for us. So now we've got the alert template set up and ready to go. And okay. Next up, it's going to ask if we want to enable ticketing. This means that anytime software is attempted to be removed, it'll create a ticket, and if it removes everything that was blacklisted, it will close it. So we'll go ahead and click yes on that. And then this is the option to bill. By default, it's 5 minutes to bill for every removed application. So for instance, if 3 applications are removed in the run, it'll bill 15 minutes on that ticket. Completely optional and completely adjustable. That doesn't have to be 5 minutes. We're not going to enable billing right now. So we're all set. So all those settings that, or all those questions we were asked, those settings have now been applied here. So we've got our whitelist and blacklist is set to automatic, and you can change that by unchecking these boxes and type your items in manually. But of course we're going to go with the automatic options here. We'll save that. And then over here under scheduling and ticketing, this is the easy button I was talking about before. We've already clicked yes to allow it to set up the alert template, so we don't have to worry about that. Another scheduling option is to schedule against a specific group. To do that, you click here to enable the schedule. You select the group that you want to run against. For instance, service plans managed servers, if you only want to run it against them, or your managed workstations, another good option. And then you choose the date or days and time that you want to run it, and it'll just get scheduled just like it normally would when you schedule a script. And that's it. That'll have it running that way, but we don't need that. We've already got it set up to run against the blacklisted install monitor. Down here is your ticketing and billing options. So we told it to enable ticketing and not to enable billing. So we've got those two options there. The ticket subject and ticket body are now customizable. You'll see that your normal LabTech variables work for computer name, client name, ID, stuff like that. And then there's a couple of additional variables. So you've got your initial item count. That's the blacklisted items that were found when the script started. That's how many remain. And then that is the names of the items. They're comma separated, or none if nothing is left. And that's what that variable is. Down here, your ticket category ID is set to 140. This is the default. Your ticket category ID is also known as the information-based category, and you can find that over here in configurations, information-based categories. So this is the category that your ticket is assigned to whenever a ticket is created. So you'll see is set to 140, and 140 is software. So that means that if ticketing is enabled when a ticket is created, it will receive that software category ID. And that's it. Nothing to save or change here. It's already ready to go. And we'll go ahead and close that out. Now let's have a look over at our monitors and internal monitors. And let's look for that blacklisted. There it is. So first things to note about this monitor is that for some people the default setting is to have this set to once per 5 years. You definitely want to change that to send fail after success. Otherwise, if a computer gets blacklisted software on it and you resolve it and it comes back, you won't get notified again for 5 years. So definitely want to check on that. Over here under alerting, you're going to see that the alert template is currently set to not selected. That's because the alert template was set, but you're cached right now. So let's close this out. Tools, reload system cache. That's done. And then when we come back and look, you'll see it's set to run dUninstaller. And as I said, that's set only to run a script. And that script is the dUninstaller. So it's set to run every day, trump, and set the contact to monitor alerts. So yep, just make sure you reload the system cache to be able to view that. It doesn't affect it working, but you do want to do that in order to see updated results there. And we don't need to save anything there. Alright, so the next step is to let it get rid of some software. So what we're going to do is open up a computer where I've just installed a few blacklisted items. We'll resend that software inventory. There we go. So we've got AOL toolbar, coupon bar, and Yahoo toolbar all ready to get removed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pretend that it's 9:02:52 a.m. and that this monitor is going to run. I'm just going to choose run now. And this is going to take a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to fast forward through this part to keep you from having to watch paint dry. So I'll be back with you in just a minute. Alright, so you'll see that it has found all 3 items. And let's go back over to that computer, check the scripts. There we go. So you'll see that it's set to run the script 3 times since there was 3 failures. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything to have it run multiple times. And because the script does run through pretty quickly, it's really not any hassle at all. So as you can see from the toast notifications in the bottom, first thing that's going on here is the script is downloading some needed files. It's downloading the dUninstaller exe that we downloaded before, as well as the OCX file that goes along with it. It's putting those in the LabTech directory. It's then going to look through the whitelist and blacklist and find out what needs to be removed from the list of software. And once it's done with that, it's going to tell the dUninstaller to remove it. So that's what's happening right now. There we go. So it's now running dUninstaller. That means the files are downloaded and it's actually trying to remove stuff. And if you've seen the demonstration video for dUninstaller that we did the other day, you'll know that, well, that's typically what happens when dUninstaller runs. Remaining blacklisted software, none. Removed 3 items. And we can come over here to the tickets tab, and you'll see, you'll see where I did some other run-throughs. And here's the ticket. And it shows the same thing. dUninstaller ran because 3 items were found. There's now 0 and nothing left. So if you're using ConnectWise or AutoTask with a PSA integration, that ticket will get synced right over. If you got billable time set, that'll get synced right over as well. So that's it, start to end. easy to set up, easy to use, and it'll save you a ton of time. You don't have to worry about managing blacklisted software. If for whatever reason the applications that you're trying to remove can't be removed silently with dUninstaller, as I said, the ticket does stay open, so you can go through and work it manually however you normally would. It's just that you'll have dUninstaller backing you up to take care of everything that it can. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't tried dUninstaller yet, it's definitely worth give it a try. As I said, it does have a 7-day free trial, so give that a look over, see if it can help you. If you have any questions, any feature requests, any issues, feel free to let me know, and I will be glad to help. Thanks so much, and have a good day.